versus Vitality. A battle between two teams who are both trying to make it to the World Championship. A battle between two teams that have very difficult names to pronounce for us Americans. We like to shorten it to PSG and Vitality. We'll see which one gets to take that spot. We got a bunch of veterans on this team that would all love to make it back.
Yeah, both these two teams have shown really good things. I mean, I'm super excited here to see, especially Vitality, PSG. These are teams that really potentially land winners here. These are some of the best teams in the world here, and we've seen success in the regionals for Europe usually leads to success in the RLCS. So it's going to be interesting to see which of these two teams here is going to perform today.
Yeah, we'll see which one can get it going. PSG bringing in Farah, Bluey, and Chaussette, all players that had great seasons last year. Farah in particular having a little bit less of a stellar season this year. He had 0.93 goals per game last season, only 0.81 here in season 5. But it's very interesting looking at this team statistically. Their goals per game are like the only stat that really decreased. Like Chaussette still leads the team in saves, Farah still leads the team in shots. They're still playing the same style, just not having as much success scoring.
Yeah, if you look at just their goal participation in general, it's really stayed low, about 55% between all three players. That's not where you want it to be. That shows that there's no one player who's really involved in all the play. It's just all the players kind of scoring a lot of solo goals, or maybe not even that many goals in particular.
For sure. So Vitality bringing in some star players as well. Fairy Peak and Pashi, a veteran who's always been able to put a good team around him. Freaky is the player that's always been the biggest question mark on this roster, and yet he's having probably the most consistent season out of everybody on this Vitality roster.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's come due to Pashi. He's really taken a more selfless role. You look at his shooting percentage, it's much lower. The former Golden Striker has taken
He starts off right away. Pashi going to get a goal, and you mentioned him being the Golden Striker last season, and he gets it off of kickoff.
I don't know if anybody remembers just how he got that Golden Striker. Something akin to this, where out of nowhere scoring a lot of goals just in it was a 1 or 2 series, taking over, I think, 3 or 4 players above him.
That was Niels Kokad was leading last season, and then it was legitimately that last week of league play. I think Pashi scored like 20 goals or something like that and just passed him. It was incredible. And Vitality going to start off with the lead. Vitality in the blue, PSG in the orange. Best of 7. First to 4 wins. Going to be getting the win. Going to be able to move on to the World Championships. See Chaussette moving up at midfield. Fairy Peak. Now pass it across to Pashi. Can he make the shot happen? Tries to put it in, but it's not going to go. So we see Bluey up, Freaky now. Back towards Pashi. They miss the ball and just follow it to the ground. Just continue to zone out Chaussette so he can't make the shot happen. Now, PSG looking for their first goal still. Struggling to get any sort of ball control at the moment. Pashi tries to play it over the top of Chaussette. Freaky up. Leave that one. Fairy Peak now into the corner. Bluey with a response. Out towards Farah. I don't know. He seemed to back off. His initial trajectory wasn't good. Leaves back down, the ball stays in the corner because of it. But no real shots here for Vitality, despite having a good amount of ball control, having the possession where they want it over in the orange.
Yeah, usually when you watch Vitality, you see them just trying to out-rotate teams. They put so much pressure. They're shooting. They're not expecting to score every goal. They're just trying to bait players into challenging the ball and getting them out of rotation.
Farah sitting there in front of the net, watching Fairy Peak. We're getting zoned by Freaky. So we see Farah now up on top. Fairy Peak with a long clear. Getting that ball right near the ceiling. Chaussette gets out to midfield. Freaky's there at the read. Bluey's got to play some defense. It's Freaky with the pass down to Pashi. Shot towards the net. No, he passes it up back to Freaky, and now maybe looking to get it to Fairy Peak, who's lurking out in front of the box. Moving in now off the touch from Farah, and he'll find the goal. The clear just wasn't quite there for PSG, and it's a 2-goal lead for Vitality.
Yeah, if you look here, you can see PSG, Farah, he gets that touch off the ceiling, and Bluey right below Fairy Peak. He had enough boost to go up to challenge that ball, but he needed to be a little bit more preemptive. That is good pressure there, especially that decision-making from Pashi to bring the ball along the wall.
2:52 left in this game, approaching halftime here, and PSG yet to score. Gonna look to get it off the kickoffs. They drop this down. No, Pashi gets the clear and sends it away. So PSG still yet to find a goal. That was about the best scoring opportunity we've seen from them. Yet still no cigar. Pashi gonna follow this one. 2 defenders there, and he still wins the challenge. Freaky gets a pass one on the wall, looking to set it up his teammates. Goomba stomps Bluey onto the ground. Fairy Peak moving up to try and get the shot, and it won't happen. It goes back out. Farah will get a clear. PSG back up on offense, looking to see if they can get that first goal. Clears come through immediately for Vitality. Fairy Peak with a great setup. PSG with the angle. They are clicking right now. Vitality on fire.
Oh, this is such an impressive pass here from Fairy Peak. Just making sure off the pinch to get that ball off the wall and also softly straight to PSG. That just could not have been better placement, and a wonderful shot as well. They take this lead all the way up to 3 goals.
I know there's a reason he goes for it this way, but him flipping upside down to make the shot just makes it so much more flashy. It was just so pretty there. Chaussette off the kickoff, trying to get the goal, but zoned out by Fairy Peak. No goal still for PSG here in game number 1. And the pass to Pashi puts the shot on target. What is this offense?
Yeah, right here, they are just running circles here around this PSG defense. We see a first double commit, and Chaussette getting absolutely fooled by the pass.
Just made him look silly. And Pashi, this is how he got Golden Striker last year, just being there for incredible passes. Like, he didn't have to score any absurd goals. He just had open nets to shoot at over and over again. Right now, Vitality looking like the Mocket of Season 4. Pashi gonna miss on the wall. Freaky trying to play it away. Fair now, back down the field towards Bluey. He tries to get a pass across towards his teammate, but it goes too far into their half. Cannot get it out. Chaussette now. Playing it up. Freaky towards Pashi. Gonna look for Fairy Peak in the middle. Can you take the shot here? Just got one defender to get around. Gets a pass Chaussette, but Bluey moves in. Will get the defense this time. Only a 4-goal lead still for PSG. That is still monumental here in Rocket League. 1:23 left to go. It's gonna be a very, very difficult comeback. Fairy Peak with a shot, Farah with a save. They have to keep their goal clean if they want to dream of getting the win here in game 1.
Yeah, we have seen really good pressure coming from Vitality, and it's just been a struggle here for PSG.
Oh my goodness, Freaky getting the flick over one, the bump on the other, and Fairy Peak to clean it up.
Yeah, right here, just look, that touch there from Freaky, getting over the first defender, but also able to get that bump there on that second defender. Let's let Fairy Peak come in and clean it on up. All 3 players from this Vitality team contributing evenly.
And there might be a minute left in this game, but a 5-goal lead is unprecedented in RLCS for any sort of comeback. Fairy Peak just playing some defense at this point, and things like talking about PSG right now, they've done a good job playing defense. They've done a good job getting transitions. They've done a good job getting the ball down the field. Why can they not get any goals on target?
I mean, it's not even necessarily the goals on target that I think is their biggest issue. It's the way that they're challenging the ball. There's not enough pressure, and as a result, when they challenge for those 50-50s, when they try and block.
Finally get one there from Chaussette, putting it in, getting it past the defender, but still a 4-goal deficit. They need to get any of these if they want to be able to bring it back. With 33 seconds left, the game's still basically over.
This is a good shot here from Chaussette, but I mean, to go back to what I was saying before, it's a big part of just being able to pull players out of the goal, forcing them to use boosts and take them out of position. Right now, that's not happening for PSG.
Chaussette, great cheat up for the shots just wide. Very big had to fall back here. And just getting goals on the board, making it not so much of a deficit, good for momentum, good for morale on PSG. Still plenty to play for here on the large scope of the series. But game 1 definitely going to be going in Vitality's favor. Vitality, some incredible goals, and seriously very reminiscent of the end of Season 4. Pashi was able just to clean up beautiful passes from his teammates. They're looking like they want that land spot so badly. They'll put the ball on the ground. Vitality winning game 1. They'll look just to keep that momentum going into game 2.
Yeah, they have just come in so hot, and this is a Vitality we all really expected to see. PSG, on the other hand, something is not clicking right now. They do not look like the PSG that we know so well to be a dangerous team.
For sure.
The PSG we saw last season on LAN.
For sure. I mean, Pashi in particular this series, watch these plays from him. The way he's able to get these out of the corner from Fairy Peak. It's just a beautiful pass, and he jumps immediately after the pass, getting that one away. Beautiful placement back in the direction the ball was coming from. This is the sort of stuff, I mean, he had 3 goals on 5 shots, 1 assist, so active here in this game.
Yeah, and you can just look back at last season, and you know, Fairy Peak, we saw Pashi, he won that clutch striker, right? But then we also see Fairy Peak, he won the clutch playmaker as well. Now the roles have even reversed, where this season it's Fairy Peak, much more of that striking role. We see Pashi is much more that playmaker role. It just goes to show that this is a team that's really just as complete as can be.
Yeah.
All three of these players successful on offense and on defense, and they've just showed us how.
Yeah, no, I mean, the 80% goal participation from both PSG and Fairy Peak getting involved in 4 of their 5 goals. So much offensive pressure there. I'd love to see if they're able to keep it going here, but I want to see more so. I want to see PSG's response as we move on to Aquadome.
Yeah, it's going to be important for them not to let Vitality have so much pressure. We saw a lot of backboard passes coming from Vitality that PSG would try to challenge and whiff, and it led to so many 2v1, 3v1 situations for PSG to deal with.
Cheat up Vitality. It's a good play, and eventually we'll see them earning ball control here. Chaussette into the corner, Pashy to get past him. Chaussette's now on the wall, and Fair will get it out to Bluey. Quick transitions from PSG. And the offense going early be a great way to break up this momentum. Vitality built in game number 1. Chaussette up to Farah. Possibly back down to Chaussette, but the touch is not quite there. Fairy Peak's clear goes high, and Pashy will add pace to it, play it out. Significantly beating Blue to the ball. There's Fairy Peak. Back to midfield. Freaky. Gonna get it around, it'll be Bluey. Here in the corner, passing it out towards Chaussette. Shot is wide. We see Farah looking for goalies, but not going to find any. As Fairy Peak and Pashy able to get the transition, put it back into the orange. Vitality now up on offense. Freaky with a shot, and he followed himself off the post. Nearly finds it. The defense holds on. Bluey gets it away and will stay scoreless.
Yeah, what an incredible save there from Bluey. That was a very difficult shot to take.
Oh, Pashy trying to drop it in off the corner. Can he get the angle back into the goal? He does. Pashy doing it himself. Nearly gets it there on the first touch. Needs the second one. Vitality's got the lead.
Yeah, we saw that first miracle save from Bluey, but just so many excellent shots there. At that point, that's very difficult to deal with. We've seen Vitality just control this ball and easily beat these PSG defenders in their own half.
Oh, that post bounce definitely favoring Vitality. Pashy says thank you very much, cleaning that one up. And they'll get the lead here in game 2. I'd love to be able to do this in 4 games right now. Their offense easily handed to him. Fairy Peak to Pashy. Back into the orange. Bluey up on the wall, following up his own touch. Fairy Peak just lurking, watching. He'll get it through 2 defenders there, but Chaussette, no pressure. He'll be able to clear that one well. Freaky with the pass across to Fairy Peak. The challenge is being won so cleanly here by Vitality as Pashy puts it on target. You can see the defenders just hesitating. They didn't know whether he was passing or shooting. They had to react. Bluey just hovering, keeping this one on the ball. Beautiful display of mechanical skill there in the air. Pashy with a clear. Freaky now on the wall, back to midfield, following it. Chaussette with the response back into the corner.
We're starting to see PSG move up a little bit more aggressively. I think they're beginning to become more comfortable playing on this field right now. We know that this is a young team easily affected by pressure.
Freaky now in the corner with Fairy Peak. Leave it for Fairy Peak, the shot comes in. Freaky's got it, but he's got pressure from Farah. Able to pop it up, not lose the 50-50 into his net. Bluey with the back pass to Chaussette. Freaky leaves it for Fairy Peak. Got a screen and sent it onto the backboard. Bluey with a soft touch. Pashy just lofting it here, but no follow-up from Vitality as the pass is very low. Now Fairy Peak looking to touch it to Pashy. He actually leaves it entirely. And just this midfield rotation coming through for Vitality right now. Over the top of Freaky, but Fairy Peak's right there. Misses contact, but Pashy's there. Even able to bail each other out when they're missing touches. Now the transition. Blue with a shot on target. Where was the defense? Was Freaky getting bumped?
Yeah, he was absolutely getting bumped on that back board here. You can see the pressure. Look at Farah. He's just zoning him. He gets that last bump there. Great eye here from Farah to recognize the bump opportunity.
And Bluey able to put it on target. Tie game here with 2 minutes left to go. Game number 2. PSG looking to tie up the series. Freaky up on the backboard, out towards Fairy Peak. Pass in the middle. Farah across. Freaky's got the save. Bluey back in. The pressure starting to build a little bit more here for PSG. But a brilliant clear from Fairy. Just able to get it up near the ceiling. Keep it there. Keep it lofted. And then Pashy in off the backboard. Beautiful placement.
Yeah, Pashy just doing this in the face. I think of Farah as well. You see they both go up for it. But that's just not going to be good enough. Farah missing that ball and leaving Bluey stranded. He only needed to cover that right side of that net, and he missed it.
Pashy just having a great week, on the week he needs to have a great week the most. In the series, he needs to have a great week the most.
And I feel you can almost say that for his whole career. This guy is somebody who rises to the moment.
Farah able to get that one away. Fairy Peak with pressure. Now Pesci back towards Freaky. He's got Fairy Peak to pass to as well. The pass comes through, does the shot. Good. Oh, they're able to get the save. Shawset's there. Bluey was under support as well, but a good play from Vitality. And now the counterattack from PSG cleared away. Freaky with the savior medal here in game 2. Pesci off the wall, out to Fairy Peak. Get it down the field. Freaky onto the edge. Shawset passing across towards Farah. Fairy Peak up, Pesci airborne. He's got shot options. Nothing's there. Fairy Peak demolishing his own half. He's been going for boost steals, trying to get a zone. They just need one goal with 47 seconds left. PSG, plenty of time to come back into this. The shot soft like that, easily defended by Freaky. Back out to Pesci. Can he get the shot on target? No, it'll go into the corner. These corners are going to be Vitality's best friend here in the last 30 seconds. They'd love to just keep the ball trapped there.
Yeah, we've seen PSG here with a couple opportunities. Bluey, a great setup earlier, but he was expecting his teammates to follow up with a little bit more pressure here. There's not much time here for PSG.
Pesci, an excellent touch. Shawset had an open net to shoot out on the whiff from Fairy Peak. Freaky's got the clear, keeps it high. Just keeping it in the corner by himself. Farah and Shawset going to try and tag team this one out, but with 10 seconds left, only one goal. Farah's got time. He's only got one player back to deal with. He tried to put it on to the backboard. Freaky makes contact, gets the save, puts it away from Bluey. PSG, they've got to turn this around. Freaky's not going to have any of it. It's rolling the wall, but it's rolling the wrong way for PSG, and it will touch Vitality here 2 games in a row.
Yeah, Vitality here, another strong showing, but this is not the same game we saw last. We look at PSG and we've seen them calm down so much. This is just another team that looks way more level-headed and is not giving nearly as much space here to Vitality.
And the 4 saves from Freaky in this game, and I cannot emphasize enough that these are the situations that put a question mark on Freaky's head. Was those last moments where it's like you just got to make the save and you win the game. He would miss. He's not missing right now. He's making the passes, he's making the shots, and he's making the saves. Playing like such an excellent player here on Vitality.
Yeah, I think that Vitality right now just keeping it up. They're out-rotating PSG quite significantly. We see great touches, a lot of wonderful, really infield passing. It's been very impressive. We saw that one opportunity from Fairy Peak. Freaky just dropping that ball right down to him. And that's just kind of been the name of the game here for Vitality. Just get some great infield passing and do it quickly with excitement, with electricity, you know, going as fast as they can.
They're shoveling the ball to Pesci at this point as well. He get both goals unassisted here in this game as he was just able to read the shots off the wall. His placement has been excellent. When you've got a player that is on fire like that, you just want to all right, we're just going to, you know, we've been relying on Fairy Peak and maybe Freaky in this season, but right now it's you, and we're going to play with you.
Yeah, when you do have a player who's popping off, just like you said, you let them pop off. You give them the ball. You let them do what they want to do. If you're feeling yourself, oh, man, that's a boon. That's a great thing for your team, and you let it happen.
Game 3 here on Manfield. Vitality. RENAULT Vitality taking 2 in a row. PSG. No response as Farah tries to take an initial shot, and Pesci's got the save, playing all sides of the ball so well. It's Freaky out. Pesci tries to make a shot happen. The ball will just roll into the orange, and Bluey get a nice booming clear. Bluey back in. Farah looking for an opportunity. Freaky, an excellent save. Sends it all the way to the side. Not just removing the initial shot, but removing the follow-up as well, forcing PSG to go for a pass. Pesci and Fairy Peak following this one. A flick over Farah. No follow-up. They'll allow Shawset to make it to contact. He gets the pass to Farah. The shot on target, nearly there, but it is wide, and Freaky will clear it to the side. 4:17 left to go. PSG, better offensive positioning here in this game, but still not able to get anything on target. Shawset has to make a save from a booming shot at midfield.
Yeah,
follow up there. Bluey gets the save.
PSG right now, their second man just a little bit too far behind. We've seen it continuously. They get a great first touch. They put the ball in dangerous positions, but there's nobody to follow up for it, and that needs to change if they want to find success.
An excellent midfield pass there, but it goes straight to the goalie. They just have to jump up and save it, and we'll stay scoreless here. Game number 1, Fairy Peak looking for the pass. Freaky maybe thinking about it. He hung back, and then he'll move it back into the orange. Farah trying to get it around Freaky, but Freaky trying to get it around Farah. Both players going for the second touch. And eventually PSG put it onto the backboard. Pashy getting it back out in front of the net. Fair with a miss here in midfield. Bluey's right there behind him and puts it back into the blue. Chaussette dropping this freaky up. Bumped by Bluey. The ball will just continue to roll towards the blue box. A back pass here towards Fair, but read by Pashy. He'll push it into the orange and then go out boost hunting on the side. Freaky moving up. So he stays scoreless here, going here into our 3rd minute. Pashy with the pass out, but Fairy Peak not liking what he saw. The soft touch actually pushed it past Freaky into his own corner, then demolished his own corner. It's all up to Freaky right now, the only Vitality player, as Pashy got demolished as well. He did an excellent job buying time, getting the ball out to midfield, and now all the players behind. Pashy's got an open net to shoot at. Can he find the placement? No, Chaussette gets the save. Oh, but the own goal from PSG. What are you doing?
Oh, it's just so much struggle here for PSG. We see a great touch from Pashy, but right here, Chaussette, he goes for the save, and it just bounces on in. That's just heartbreaking here for PSG.
And it was a great save on all of the Vitality players were in front of PSG. Chaussette just had to lay on the boost, rush to his goal, made an just incredible save. But it didn't matter because the rest of his players also rushing back happened to get the touch. And that might be the only goal the Vitality needs here in Game 3. Go up 3 games. Pashy, and again, the shot placement from Pashy as well, making that situation as difficult as possible for PSG. They still struggle to score here in this series. Chaussette with an opportunity, but Fairy Peak just gets in the way. Goes for the block, allows Chaussette to play it into him, and then the transition goal, upper 90 again. Vitality on fire.
Yeah, great transition goal. You said it. This first touch here really is what sets up Fairy Peak so well. Fair here, he actually tries to cover 2 sides of the net there. It would have been better, I think, if he had just committed a little further to further up the net. Bluey would have understand the importance of him just covering that one corner.
Fairy Peak, Vitality right now playing out of their minds. Brutal play from Vitality as the pressure continues. Freaky up to try and get a shot, and Bluey, all he can do is slam the ball to the side. Ball back in the middle, Pashy's there. No follow-up, only one player back. Chaussette in the corner will get it away. Vitality putting on the hurt. Bluey has to play it off his own backboard, a Savior medal here in Game 3, but the Savior medals don't win you anything. They're not worth any points. Chaussette down towards it, and this is an empty net here. Freaky can just take the free shot. 3 goals for Vitality.
Yeah, this is the cleanest interference play. And if you're PSG, you gotta be wondering, what are you doing there for that challenge? That's not close enough to your teammate, at least as far as the pass goes. And for whoever's following up there, they need to be closer. It's been happening all series long. PSG, just a big disconnect where these 3 players are not getting that triangulation that they need to set up the passing plays.
Chaussette trying to set up Farah with 125 left to go, a 3-goal lead. It's not insurmountable here with how things have been going. We need to see a massive adjustment from PSG. Well, they just need to pray the Vitality starts to choke. They need to start finding some mistakes they can abuse. But right now, there's so few from Vitality, as they've been putting on a masterclass in rotation.
Yeah, these first touches from Vitality always seem to be difficult for PSG to deal with. It takes them 1 to 2 touches, maybe even 1 to 2 players in the rotation to deal with the ball. It's not the same for Vitality.
Fairy Peak, excellent touches. I have been so impressed with Fairy Peak's use of the plank, his use of the Batmobile, as this pressure is still on, but it's not going to happen. Chaussette had to respect Pashy, doesn't make contact, and he's able to get a clear. Fairy Peak, though, the way he's just been able to use the fact that his car is long, that was a big part of why the interference was able to happen. He's been absolutely playing out of his mind. Freaky looking to give it to Pashy, lofts it, Fairy Peak up, first there. Faster reads, faster contact, and better contact has been spelling this Vitality domination. Now Bluey going for the creative plays, gets it past Freaky, but it's off the crossbar. Whoa. And Farah's shot is high. They cannot afford to miss right now. And with 10 seconds left, that's going to be the game. They got one more chance here. PSG's got to put it together. A buzzer beater would be nice for morale, but they are in such a difficult position as Vitality playing like a world-class team.
Yeah, Vitality crushing PSG. It's been unbelievable to see just how well they've dominated the midfield, how far they've out-rotated PSG. This is a team that many have considered to be a RLCS winning caliber team, and you're watching Vitality have their way with them.
Absolutely just dominant play right now. And then the thing is, the funny thing is the stats don't even spell that story. There's 7 shots to 6, 3 saves to 5, and then 2 saves and 3 goals to 0 on the side of PSG. It's just the scoring and the assists that they're really looking at. And even on the personal score charts, they're not really that big of a difference. The biggest difference is maybe Farah just down at 160. Fairy Peak, the lowest player, at 220. Like maybe all 3 players getting a little bit more involved in Vitality, but it's just simply every contact they're making is so much better, is so much more useful, not reflected in the stats in that way, but just on the field, it's so obvious how much more in control Vitality is.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the shots here for PSG, and you said, 6 shots, that seems like a lot, but it's important to realize the shots that they missed, those opportunities, those were not difficult opportunities. They were wide open nets, and that's not something you can miss on a day as important as this for a series that determines whether you're going to land, what seeding you will be going to get. So many important things are laying on this series for PSG, and they are not rising to the moment.
Well, and even that goal at the end there from Farah, while it's not necessarily going to win you the game,
it's going to hurt them.
It helps. It just helps balance the momentum. It helps your team feel like, okay, we didn't get beat 3-0 and 5-0 in this series. Well, the first goal in the first game was important that way.
Missing that shot right there, that's just a knife or salt in the wound, and they cannot score, and that frustration is playing a big part at this point.
Game 4. PSG with the task of reverse sweeping Vitality in front of them to get to land. Vitality looking in the best shape they have looked in Season 5 against PSG right now. Fairy Peak in the pass out. And all the players on Vitality getting involved in the scoring as well. PSG needing to pull out all the stops and maybe just play 3-man offense every time you get the chance. Just play it away. But right now, it's just Bluey up. Fairy Peak getting over 2. Gonna try and take the shot, and Farah's got it away from the goal right now. Saves holding on. It's all gonna be about this PSG offense there.
You could just see right there, Fairy Peak, how easily he's able to beat 2 defenders. And there needs to be 2 people challenging in much quicker succession to prevent that.
Can Bluey get this down? There was a good play, but again, Shawset's shot. Needed to find it on the other post. Needed to shoot right. Couldn't find the goal. Bluey's touch going back in. Farah's in the box, but Freaky's got it away. Now Fairy Peak back down the field. Freaky back towards Fairy. Missing the midfield, gives Bluey and Shawset an opportunity, possibly passing to Farah. Contact's not there. Pass onto the wall. Bluey lurking in the corner. Getting onto the backboard. Freaky's got to clear. Now Shawset shot towards the goal. Fairy Peak played away. Pashy lofting it high. Freaky following it up. No challenge. Bluey's almost there in time. And does it go in? No, it bounces out off the bottom. We'll see Fairy Peak play it back out to Pashy. Challenge is still going in Vitality's favor as they keep this ball trapped in the orange. Shawset demoed as he tried to move out and pick up midfield boost, forced Fairy Peak to fall all the way back to his own half. But still, that demolition just meaning the ball can stay in the orange.
Yeah, I'd be looking to see PSG here not clearing the ball as hard. They need to control this ball a little bit more and utilize team clears, because right now they are just clearing this ball as hard as possible, and it's not working.
He can't miss this one. He puts it. Oh, and Shawset hits the crossbar again. This is, oh my goodness.
That is unbelievable. Such
choke.
important shots here coming from PSG, and it's not just one game. It's not just 2. It has been happening the past 3 games in this series.
And the threats coming through. Freaky threatening the double tap, not quite finding it though, but the ball goes the entire length of the field. And now the clears coming through the other way. The clears in particular from Vitality, always going to the corner, always going down the field, never sitting in front of the goal. These long booming shots not working. You mentioned they need to hold on to ball control, but the problem is they're also losing the 50-50s. So what do? If they hold on to the ball, they take it from them in their half. If they clear it, they just concede ball control. PSG is in such a rough place.
Yeah, they're just succumbing to this pressure where they're falling to these bad habits. I'm talking about not challenging the ball. They're afraid, and then they double commit multiple times. The communication is not here for this team under such difficult times.
Now they have successfully kept Vitality from scoring in this game.
But they have not looked comfortable doing it.
And they gives them an opportunity that they could possibly find a mistake, find a pinch in their half, get a win, which would just help swing the momentum at this point. Even if it's an ugly win, the win will help PSG. And they're giving themselves that window of opportunity by keeping the goal empty. And again, the clear's coming through. Here's Farah on a cherry pick. Could possibly get that one across. Bluey thought about it, but then just knew the shot was gone. He plays it back into the middle, and Shawset's not there to take the shot. Vitality holding on right now on the defense. Fairy Peek's up, plays it away, and that clear did go just straight back down, but Pashy's in the net. And Chaussette put it straight at him.
Yeah, ideally you would see Chaussette control the ball there a little bit. He recognizes he has a defender planted on the goal line.
And the threat there from Fairy Peek, he knew the shot wouldn't go in, but it forces Chaussette to make the save and puts the defense all amuck with 1 minute remaining. Fair and company, they've got a window of opportunity. They go for the goalie, but it's not there. The clear comes through from Pashy. Fairy Peek can't get it around the post. And here's Fairy Peek on the response. Chaussette's got the block. That's all 3 players from Vitality up in the orange. But now Chaussette trying to get it down. He took too long to get ball control there. Probably low on boost as well, making it difficult. And we're still scoreless, looking to go to possibly overtime here in game 4.
Yeah, again, this is match point here for Vitality. PSG have everything on the line. They need to make this goal happen.
Chaussette putting it high. And again, onto the post. Fairy Peek and Pashy, a double commit there, but they get it past Fair, and Freaky rotates in the net. So much space given by PSG. Chaussette gets it down. Freaky uncontested. Only Fairy Peek over to the corner. Freaky with a miss on the wall. Final countdown here. Pashy down the field in a 1v1 against Bluey. Can he dunk him? No. Bluey gets it through. Now over towards Farah. They could possibly get a buzzer beater here and get the win in game 4. Freaky's up. Doesn't make contact, but he doesn't need to. It's going to touch the ground. Overtime in game 4.
This is such a high-stress situation for PSG right now. They have struggled to find this net.
Ball sitting in midfield still. Fairy Peek up, and a challenge won by PSG. Farah can find Bluey. This could be the winning goal. He can't find contact on the ball. Vitality towards the orange corner. Freaky up, across towards Pashy. He's gonna look for this read. Leaves it actually. Decides to back off as it rolls onto the ceiling. Falling back in his own half, looking for the trap. He's getting challenged by Chaussette, and he wins the challenge through Pashy and Fairy Peek, but Freaky's there, straight back to Pashy, and look at this transition. Despite winning 2 50-50s with ball control, Freaky immediately nullifies it, puts it up high. Chaussette has to block the waterfall.
We are seeing more success with PSG right now. The lateral passing is being a bit more successful for them.
I'm proud of them not double committing there. That was a dangerous play, and especially in overtime, it could have been a threat. Fair towards the goal, it'll be Fairy Peek to play it away. Both teams looking much cleaner now, especially in overtime. It's Freaky and Fairy Peek. Back out to Pashy. Shot's gonna be wide. It'll be Farah up towards Chaussette, looking for the transition goal. Shot towards the goal, and Freaky gets it away. Onto the ceiling, back out towards Pashy, intercepted by Bluey, and Chaussette tries to make the shot, but Fairy Peek gets there. And now Pashy into the corner. Does he have a second touch? Goes back out towards Freaky-ish, but more towards PSG. It'll be Bluey and Farah up on the side. As Fairy Peek gets it through one, Pashy lurking in front, and Freaky also pressuring, trying to keep this goal pressure on. He gets it through. Farah's down all the way. It went in the distance, and PSG survives.
Yeah, their hopes all resting on this one very important goal. Farah coming in so clutch right here. The older, more mature player here coming in and scoring when it matters for PSG. They are going to stay alive at least for one more game.
That pressure from Vitality, actually they're undoing in the end as they weren't able to make the decisions. You saw Freaky or Fairy Peek and Pashy putting on pressure, and then Freaky cheating up into the orange, just trying to put it back into the corner to let his teams rotate, get midfield rotation going. He decides to sit on the ground just long enough for Farah to take the shot. Nobody back. That's the game for PSG. And like we said a few times, their ability to keep their goal completely clean was what gave them this window of opportunity to have just come down to one goal, one mistake. They were able to punish it, and we'll go to game 5.
Yeah, credit to PSG. You're right. Even though they didn't look very comfortable there, they didn't look like they were having a good time or really an easy time at all dealing with that pressure from Vitality, making sure that they didn't concede an easy goal. And there were a few opportunities where Vitality looked poised to score, the ball bouncing on the goal line. I'm sure PSG very afraid. Like I said, land hopes matter. This is such an important game for them. I think right now PSG bought themselves some time, bought themselves some breathing space. Let's see how they're able to get themselves more comfortable in the next match.
And their ability to not double commit there in overtime. There's a few situations where I was like, this looks bad. This is a very juicy ball that I could definitely see these players going up for at the same time. But no, they keep their wits about them. It's such a stressful place to just keep your mind calm, especially when you missed the goals that they missed earlier in that game. There was some brutally terrible whiffs that we saw PSG put up. And that's just, that can get in your head, especially when you're down. This is the game you have to win here. Well done to PSG to get the win. And now on to game 5. Can they extend it? Can they make a series out of it? Fairy Peek up high. Be Chaussette trying to keep it in midfield. Freaky now. Back down. Pashy up onto the backboard. Here comes Freaky to try and take the shot, but misses. It's been happening a few more times here. Starting in game 4. Bluey now back down. Can he get it across the goal? No, he kills it in the corner. A triple commit there from Vitality. Shawsett pitching it back out. Fair and Bluey both going in. Can Freaky get up in time? No, but he doesn't need to. It bounces off the crossbar now, and he gets the second save. Able to recover after the miss on the crossbar. We'll stay scoreless here in game 5. Fair in the corner. Freaky out towards Fairy Peak. Able to get some pace on it, send it towards the net, but it's wide, and Shawsett will be a look to get it out. Ashy challenges Fairy Peak again across the field. It's a bit far for Freaky, who turns around. PSG read the ball faster. Bluey now up towards Fairy Peak. Or towards Freaky, rather, in the corner. Fair down. Fairy Peak trying to just play this ball away. Play it off the backboard. It's a soft touch. Freaky and Pashy both up. A double commit that we could see PSG abuse here as Bluey comes in. They're looking for goalies, not going to find any, but Shawsett just a little bit ahead. Pashy, though, able to get there in time, win the challenge. Now the ball back in the orange. See if Freaky can make contact. He does, onto the backboard. Nobody there, following it up himself. Shawsett comes in from the side and blocks the shot. But nothing happening just yet as Bluey flicks it high. Fairy Peak with the pass across. Pashy tries to make it happen, but Bluey shuts it down.
I like seeing that there from Bluey, pulling those Vitality defenders and baiting them to challenge him. This is going to make it easier for PSG to get back into the game. They've struggled to open up that net. That's the key to doing it.
3:03 left to go. No goals just yet. Vitality threatening. Pashy up. Could he get it back to Fairy Peak? A soft touch, and Fairy Peak nearly finds the angle. It goes just high above the corner. Bluey now following this ball. Shadowing it, hasn't touched it yet. Finally put it in front of the goal. Fairy Peak to flick it away. Back out towards Pashy. The challenge goes neutral. Back to Fairy Peak. Just one defender in position for PSG. But Fairy Peak taking time. Get challenged by Farah. PSG defense will be all set up by the time they get there. Shawsett with a touch out towards Bluey before being demolished in the midfield. PSG maintaining ball control in the blue. No shots on target just yet. Fairy Peak the first to challenge. Freaky coming in behind. Nobody rotating back post. Fairy Peak and Freaky double committing there. Pashy having to bail him out. Give it some time and space, but still winning contact here as Pashy plays it back towards his own goal. Bluey off the post. Can Fairy Peak get there? He does. Blocks the final shot from Farah. That could have been the lead for PSG. We're across halftime here. Still nobody scoring as the pass comes through. Farah's there and shut down again at the goal line. The Vitality defense holding.
Yeah, PSG right now actually going to be looking to give a little bit of payback back towards Pashy. Vitality last season were reverse swept PSG. It's actually been 2 reverse sweeps in regional playoffs for Pashy. I think we're going to see PSG, as they look more comfortable, try and give Pashy a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah. Quite the incredible stat to have. As a shot comes through, Farah puts it in as they find the defense out. And that's PSG with a lead.
And here you see the success in controlling the ball and looking for that team play. That first touch there on that bounce there for Bluey to get the ball to his teammate, just destroying that Vitality defense.
Last season, it was Pashy losing a reverse sweep to PSG. It could happen again here for the 2nd season in a row. They're starting to build momentum. The power that we saw from Vitality definitely subdued here in games 4 and 5. So they have yet to score about 10 minutes. Excuse me, I mean, corrected it was PSG lost to Vitality last season. Trying to do it the other way. It's Fairy Peak to Pashy. Not gonna happen. Now Freaky, back to Fairy Peak. Shawsett with a shot, Fairy Peak with the block. Vitality more and more trapped in their own half. PSG somehow came back into this game, into the series.
You can just see PSG harassing whoever's on the ball. They're not so focused about winning the challenge, which is where they were struggling and losing those 50-50s earlier. Now it's just about making it obvious what their plan is. Let your teammate win that challenge. Just get them to play their card.
Oh, Bluey nearly with the double tap. With the crazy angle. Doesn't happen just yet with 24 seconds left. Definitely possible to tie this game up at any point, but Freaky's got to get this one away, and it's not going to happen. The defensive mistakes capitalized on by Farah with 18 seconds left. PSG looking to take 2 games in a row.
Yeah, you see Freaky, he goes up for the ball, and actually a great save there, but as he lands on the ramp, there's nothing he can do. He needs his teammates to bail him out here. And as you said before, Vitality right now, they are looking weaker and weaker as this series moves on.
17 seconds left. All on Vitality. Shutout in game 4, looking to be shut out in game 5 as well. PSG up constantly, the passing lanes being cut off here by Vitality. Fairy Peak with an opportunity to shoot, but shut down at the goal by Farah. With the time expiring, it will be a win here for PSG. Can Vitality get a goal? Nope, not gonna happen. 10 minutes scoreless here, including an overtime. These guys, their work cut out for them now as PSG. It blows my mind that they could lose those first 3 games as handily as they did and be like, you know what, it's okay. We're gonna still win. Amazing play for PSG.
Yeah, them coming back into this series, it has been everything. I don't know what happened. Something has woken them up. This is a completely different PSG, and it's the PSG that we were expecting to see here. A team that's so strong in rotation, and one that has just ability, whether it's Chaussette, Farah, Bluey, to beat defenders and score goals. We didn't see that the first 3 games, but now, finally, we're seeing them become comfortable.
PSG, who was a huge part of the success in those first 3 games here, 1 shot on the board, his only stat, 90 points, some of the lowest we've seen from him in a while, kept very, very quiet, and it feels like PSG has found a way to shut down the play at the midfield. Don't allow PSG to even take those shots. Only 1 here, 3 total from Vitality. So much control from PSG. I feel like I've been feeling like a broken record, but they lose games 1 through 3 handily. Game 4, they missed 2 wide open shots to go into overtime scoreless. They're literally 1 fluke pinch from losing the series in a sweep, and now we're in game 6.
Yeah, it's really just the biggest contrast. Their performance is, like you said, it cannot be understated enough. And I think right now we're going to see PSG. I think they've gotten a handle on all of the stress. We see them push that ball to the other half, and where initially they would have had 1 player challenge and 2 in their own half, now we're finally seeing them commit 2 players to offense, to pressure, and letting that 3rd man have a more important role in the game.
Here in game 6, can Vitality finally put them away? Or does PSG find a way to get us to game 7? Looking for revenge on last season's reverse sweep. It's Freaky back out to Pashi. See Vitality getting the back. Fairy Peak takes the shot and it goes in. This time the accuracy's there. No challenge in the midfield, and Vitality strikes.
Yeah, this crossbar and down. It looks like Pashi's going to get that double touch here, but Shaw said with very little boost. Farah is the only one, so he goes up right away, but just threading that needle. Fairy Peak gets the first goal.
3:41, 4:31 left to go. Numbers, they can go both ways. Freaky, is this going in? It is, off of kickoff. A 2-goal lead now for Vitality. And their drought of scoring that has happened in the last 2 games cleanly ended here in a deluge.
And this is where we see PSG really become tested. In those other series, they were able to maintain that 0-goal margin between the 2 teams. Now they're going to need to take risks. This is a very scary situation.
How do they find the lead from behind? Both those games, 1 goal was enough to win. Now they're going to have to score at least 3. Shaw set up. Goes back out. Blue with the shot. Freaky in the net. Makes the save, but it's not enough. He makes contact. The ball still rolls into the goal.
Yeah, this is a huge defensive error. Pashi and Freaky. Freaky behind Pashi goes up for this ball. There's no pressure, and it's not necessary for it to happen. Oh, that is a big mistake.
And a big win there for PSG. A 1-goal game. And getting the score back to within a 1-goal game within the first minute, quickly responding, and now looking to possibly tie it up. Fair puts it on the backboard, and Pashi gets a clear. Fairy Peak moves up in the middle. The challenge goes neutral, and Pashi now up to engage. Freaky moving up as well. Lurking in the mid. Pashi tries to pass out to Fairy Peak, finds it, just gets it around Farah on the wall, and it's a 2-goal game again.
Yeah, we saw this earlier in the series, this Pashi-Fairy Peak connection. They are so good at this. Pashi just putting that ball right on top of Fairy Peak. They've already beaten the defenders. The hard work's been done. Just tap that boy on in.
4 goals in the first minute here as we have just lit things up. Wasteland is bringing out the primal rage on both sides. Freaky just spawns right in front of the ball there, creates an extra wall. Farah's not going to have to try and recover this as Fairy Peak sits in net. Moves out, picks it up, flicks it past 2. Pashi moves it into the orange corner. Just loses a little bit of ball control. Shawset's able to take advantage. Blue with a bump on net. Can Fairy Peak get there in time? No, it's actually Freaky who gets bumped, gets the recovery, and now back down the field.
A huge missed opportunity. The defenders are lacking a lot of boost. He opted for the pass instead of the shot.
Oh, Shawset with a shot, but Freaky on the crossbar, getting it away. 3:20 left to go. Shot from Bluey, defended by Fairy Peak. Farrah coming across the field. Falling back as Shawset tries to get the pass out to him, and they just cannot quite connect. Ball stays in the blue. But needing to connect on these pass plays that Vitality has been so good at in this series. And needing to hold on to midfield control. Pashy with a miss on the wall. This will give control to Farrah, who gets it past one. Freaky just with a tackle. Not wanting to fall prey. We've seen what Farrah can do against the likes of Flipside with the dribble in the midfield. Oh, with the pass back to Farrah. This shot is high again. Pashy bumped up bid. Can Freaky get there in time? He gets the save. He just had to react to Bluey, and he does so in time despite good placement from Bluey. Pashy and Freaky, or Fairy Peak rather, bumping each other in the midfield. Bluey could possibly get this, but Fairy Peak's there, using that long car, getting it away. And right here at halftime, still the 2-goal lead. Can they make it a 1? No, the block comes through. Still not quite out of the woods yet as Vitality, but they're holding on to the defense. Fairy Peak will try to flick into the corner. Half flip over there. Pashy on the wall. Vitality all of a sudden struggling to find solid contact, but Fairy Peak up. Look at that touch over Bluey, and it's Shawset versus Freaky. Tries to get the dunk on him, but the defense holds. 2 minutes left to go in the 2-goal lead here for Vitality.
We've seen PSG with a lot of pressure and many goal-scoring opportunities, but they have been just a little bit too close, often hitting that crossbar.
Fairy Peak got a dunk, but couldn't sneak it under the crossbar. Blue to try and drop this one back to Fairy. He's got to take a shot, but he's lost all momentum, so the shot's not going to be there. 3 double, triple commit. Can they find the shot? No, Fairy Peak and Freaky still on a double commit. Get the transition out, and now they're back up on offense.
And this is, again, another issue with PSG, seeing them move too far forward too quickly. There's not enough patience for this team.
Oh, and Blue with a shot. Freaky with the mind-blowing save to get this one away and keep the 2-goal lead. If they can hold on to this, it just makes it so much more difficult for PSG as they go on. The 1-goal lead you can come back from at any point. They need to get that here. As in Game 6, they fought so hard for Games 4 and 5. They'd love to have that chance at Game 7, but Shawset will play it to the side. They need to play like heroes here in the end. Fairy Peak with a shot that's high. Bluey's touch actually just lost it in front of the goal. Fairy Peak going to try and get this one away, but Farrah's there in first. Getting it away. Bluey back to Shawset. The shots have not quite been on point this game. Pashy's shot bounces off the ceiling and Farrah gets it away. Final minute of Game 6, and it's all down to PSG.
Yeah, this has just been great control here from Vitality, doing a good job here, limiting any clears. Their interference play has been constant.
Pashy, he bumped in the midfield, but still moving the direction he wants. Fairy Peak, the challenge is on the wall, going his way every time. It's Freaky putting this one back in the middle. Fairy Peak's there to try and take a shot, but it's not going to happen. Now Freaky up, can't get it over Farrah. Pashy's here, onto the backboard. Does it roll down? Can he get the shot? He does to finish it off. 23 seconds left. That one will be the nail in the coffin for PSG, and Vitality looking to run away.
Yeah, Vitality have absolutely deserved it this series. A lot of solid play, and in the moments where it really mattered, Freaky, how many incredible saves have we seen from him in this game alone, this entire series?
He's at 5 right now.
Almost with the double savior.
Doesn't happen very often, but he has definitely been a huge part of it. For Vitality this season, the #1 most improved player has been Freaky, as he has been able to keep them up there in the top, keep them going to Game 5 against their biggest opponents, and here, the win. You see PSG just back off. They know it's over. RENAULT Vitality punching their ticket to the World Championships.